start over. So what's good with y'all, man? You know who it is. Welcome to Boku no Enigma. You know, we the bridge of art, spirituality, religion, magic, the occult. You know, all that higher enlightenment, learning shit. This is the new age and the old. This is the Old Testament and the New. This is the Quran. This is the Holy Tablets. This is fucking everything, goddamn it. You know, everything. So today, what I want to talk to you about, because I'm feeling inspired. I want to talk to you about auras, aura colors specifically, right? And let me just say this. We put this as a disclaimer. Two disclaimers. One, I am a master student. I'm a high servant, okay? And so I'm only here to spread love and light. I'm let you know this shit from the jump. And you gotta be doing this shit too. I just ain't been doing it on the video, alright? So, by the way, this is the Cowboy Bebop Lo-Fi by Ambition. We got like 7 million views on this bitch. But, you know, I'll just put that disclaimer out. I don't want to go ahead and have it on record. Because niggas out here tweaking. But I just came across a channel, a YouTube channel, a YouTuber by the name of NBT, Natural Born Teamwork or Natural Born Leadership. I think it's in NBL, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just search Violet Aura, Colorless Aura, Healer's Aura. You know, I'm sure the channel will pop up for you. It's an interesting read, right? And although I'm a master student, I have ascended to the point of master teacher. It ain't even because I claimed it, it's because reality has confirmed it for me. So you believe me or not. Yo, if you don't believe me, it don't resonate with you, hey nigga, I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Go about your business. But if it do resonate with you, I am a sensei. What can you talk about? I'm Dirty Dan, 50 Cent. You know, and so before I got into this particular YouTuber's channel about auras, I had learned about this concept called the violet flame, right? Now, me growing up, I was eerily interested in the color of purple, and it was just kind of something I resisted, right? But I always fucked with, you know, anime characters who had like purple clothing on or purple eyes or whatever. I always fucked with, you know, people that wore purple. I just always fucked with it. And it was just kind of something I pushed to the back, you know what I'm saying? Me as a kid on a lower vibration, you see a nigga like Prince, this Bambi ass nigga that spread love and light and taking niggas panties but look feminine as fuck. Like you tend to shy away from the shit. But this concept keeps reoccurring for me. It's reoccurred again. You know, it first reoccurs for us with the whole Roy G. Biv thing, the color spectrum, right? And then, you know, art plays off of that. And so you think about auras, same way you think about chakras. For me, the way that it made the most sense was when I started watching One Piece and they started going into hockey, right? The concept of hockey. And hockey is the Japanese word for will or willpower, right? And it was easy for me to connect with that because, you know what I'm saying, goddamn, you see the goddamn Green Lantern? Okay. The Green Lantern, the Green Lantern Corps, they also operated off the Roy G. Biv, you know what I'm saying? And so the Green Lantern Corps, their batteries, their energy was powered off of willpower, and their creative ingenuity was what made the constructs. So a nigga like Jon Stewart with the green ring versus a nigga like Kyle Rayner or Jordan Gardner, you know what I'm saying? Same deck, different hand. You know, he's making different shit. And so in One Piece, you go into the concept of Haki and it goes into these three different variations. It goes into armament Haki or color arms, right? And so this is when they use their Haki and imbue themselves, their skin, or their weapons with it. So then you get like the black swords, you get like the black arms, you get niggas like Virgo that's just coated in Haki, right? Then you have the observations Haki, you know what I'm saying? So that's when niggas get to prophesize and the niggas start seeing like 10 seconds in the future, like your nigga Katakuri and shit, right? And then you have Conqueror's Haki, and this is the ability of like almost like a force, where niggas is making whole legions on some goddamn Dynasty Warriors type shit, just making these niggas fall, but they don't even swing the blade. It's just presence alone. It's like spiritual presence from Bleach, where like, you know what I'm saying, the Soul Reaver, the Soul Society, all them niggas, their spiritual pressure was so high when they came in the room. You had to bow down. You had to respect it. Even when you think about light beings and angels, you know, like, their vibrations is supposed to be so high that if one was to come into your presence, man, it is going to annoy you. It's going to disrupt you. It's probably going to take it a lot further than that. A nigga fuck around spontaneously bust on some Fire Force shit. Burst into flames, right? Look at the shit on Google, that shit on the 1970s, 1980s, when niggas was just bursting into flames. Nigga, that was wild. Motherfuckers, Kundalinis was getting activated, and niggas was not. They didn't have all of their chakras in alignment to work with the energy, so it gets stuck at the root, burst into flames. Get stuck in the, you know what I'm saying, in the sacral or in the solar, burst into flames. But I digress. So with this whole idea of auras, right? You know, and I got into this kind of looking into, you know, on this Hyoka, the sacred clown shit. And, you know, interestingly enough, the Hyoka or the sacred clown, it's not like a native Indian thing. Like, every culture has some type of iteration of a gesture or a sacred clown. You know, even like if you play like Samurai Warriors and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, niggas like Nobunga Oda and shit like that, like they subscribe to that kind of full archetype. So, you know, I'm not making this shit up. It's the thing. Sifu City. You know, but with the idea of your aura and your aura being able to have a color, look at it this way. Your willpower, your spirit, when you touch things, when you touch people, so when you touch people, you can amplify, you can take their energy, or you can exchange it. And sometimes people exchange their energy with you. So like with a blunt, right? Like a blunt is a type of magic. So we could break down magic in 4 different ways. It's a cross, Christ, Christian, right? You got, let me use my deck of cards, right? Because the deck of cards is amazing. And, you know, I'm a master teacher in a certain regard. So what that means to me is that I can teach with anything, okay? I can teach with anything. I can teach with a game, I can teach with cards, I can teach with whatever, right? And as a master student, I can learn from anything and I can learn from anyone. So the next time a motherfucker say they a master teacher, you know what I'm saying, make sure that they can teach you anything that you want to know. You just make sure you're clear and you're concrete and you're precise with your questioning. Because, you know, the highest priests and the highest masters, they're only going to answer your question in accordance with the vibration by which you ask it. And a quest, just like we stated before, it's a journey of the mind. It's a journey of one's knowledge or one's prowess with knowing the ledge or the extent of his limits or the extent of limits in regards to the realm or the domain or domain of the question. So nigga, if I ask you about taxology, you know what I'm saying, being able to, stuff the living to preserve them, and you not like a mortician. Shut the fuck up. Don't say shit to me. You not qualified. Niggas that speaks to you on the supposedly new age shit, and you gotta understand all of this shit comes full circle. Everything comes full circle. Everything you ever heard, it comes full circle, right? So niggas that talk down on crystals but promote the Bible, nigga, shut the fuck up. Cause I'll tell you like this, nigga. I study astrology. I come from Christianity. I study the Bible. I study the Quran. I study the Holy Tablets, nigga. I study every fucking thing. All right. He who knows one book knows none. So if all you preaching from is from one particular perspective or one shade of lens, let me tell you something, G. You don't know shit. Alright? You don't know shit. But I don't speak on what you don't know. Because crystals, first the fuck off, nigga, crystals are primarily earthly elemental. Alright? They come from the earth. Which means they come from Mother Nature. Which means they come from God. All is one. There is no separation. So shut the fuck up. Nigga, there are many paths that lead to the source. And Jesus was a master teacher. Okay? He was here to show you a way. He was a prophet. But guess what? There were many prophets. Elijah Muhammad was a prophet. Niggas that rap are prophets. So shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. You really don't know shit. Motherfuckers talk about leaning on your own understanding, but only preach from the Bible, or only preach from the Quran, or only preach from the occult, or only preach from a particular point in stance. Look, you know what KRS One said? KRS One said when a motherfucker with a goddamn hat on walk into a room, that's how they see the room. If a goddamn plumber walk into an auditorium, he's looking at the pipes. If an electrician walk into the room, he's looking at the sound and the electricity. If a motherfucking speaker looking into the room, he's looking at how, you know what I'm saying, the aesthetics and the vibration, all kind of shit. So, you know what I'm saying, many different shades, many different lenses. And the Mad Hatter didn't go mad because of the goddamn mercury in his head. I was goddamn too drunk in the last video. The Mad Hatter went mad because he spread himself thin. He wore too many hats and lost himself. You don't want to be like the Mad Hatter. You don't want to play that game. You know that game. You know what it's like to wear a lot of different labels that don't always add up to you, and now you're confused and conflicted. You want to be like Mario, my nigga. You want to be able to wear any goddamn hat. You will be wearing the goddamn wing hat, you wear the rainbow hat, you wear the metal hat, nigga, whatever hat you need. You know what I'm saying? And after that, you take that bitch off. But you gotta know your role, you gotta know your goal. You use everything for the kingdom. I'm in service for the highest good of all involved, nigga. I'm on a couple different missions. I serve God. I serve the source. I serve the universe. Mother Maya, Mother Nature. Look, see, some of these angels, nigga, they come from the past, alright? Look at a nigga like King Mono, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas come from the past, come back saved. Some niggas get lost. That's where you get fallen stars from. But be cool off that. So when we go into, you know what I'm saying, the auras and the tint of your aura, I'm not necessarily sure how one finds it, because another great virtue of a teacher that I came across in my teachings, I got it from the goddamn art of teaching, from the Asiatic point of view, by whoever this nigga is. Occult lectures, not occult lectures. That's Brother Panic. I posted shit in maybe one of these videos, but look that book up, find that shit, cause the nigga speaking gems. All right, and so I imagine that one's personality, or what one takes in, works on two different facets. One's personality fundamentally is going to give it a color. It's going to give it a tint. We are human. So there's a color that we have on the outside of our physical vessels, but there's a color that we have on the inside of our spirits. And I don't know everything about this shit. I don't know. I'm learning this shit as I go. But I'm honest enough to express that to you. So, you know, do your own due diligence. All I have is theories of observation, and I'm reacting off of spirit and intuition, and off of shit that I've seen You know what I'm saying? And shit I fuck with. So, I bridge everything. Okay? I'm bridging my intuition. I'm gonna bridge my imagination. I'm gonna bridge my logic. Any nigga that tells you to only rely on one of these three things, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. When the Bible say don't lean on your own understanding, it means don't lean on your own understanding. That means lean on the Bible too. That means lean on everybody and everything around you too. Even your enemies. Because everything works for God. And I don't give no fuck what no Hebrew Israelites say, or what no Christians say, what no Fruit of Islam say. Nigga, Jesus said ye two are gods. In the Bible. They put that shit in there. And they get ye two are gods. But that's only if you want to go through the refinement process and purify yourself. Get pure again. It's not easy. I'm smoking blunts in this shit, but I tell you right now, I'm drinking too. I tell you right now though, these are demons. I'm battling right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm losing. Alright? But at the same time, I also believe in do what thou wilt. That was Crowley, but Crowley believed in, the law of one, the law of no separation. And that nigga studied from P.B. Randolph. That nigga was a black mystic. Look him up. So, niggas ain't studied enough, ain't went through enough shit to really be telling you. I'm trying to tell you, man, like when you listening to a motherfucker, if a motherfucker don't got what you got, if they don't have the knowledge you want, if they don't have the money you want, if they don't have the position that you desire, man, take that shit with a grain of salt. Be a skeptic. Be a stoic. For real. So for me, right, always been attracted to the color purple. But I imagine one's aura is like this picture in the back. The spiritual body has like 4 or 6 different layers outside of it, depending on what teaching you subscribe to. And as above, so below, and there's no separation. So the physical must manifest the spiritual. So if there's 4 to 6 layers of the spiritual or the unseen of your aura, as 2 would be your skin. And your skin is the largest living organ in your body, right? So, you get tattoos. I get tattoos, nigga. I even got scars right here on this one right here. You can't see the shit, but nigga, I'm gonna let you know. And so, I'm more at ease with a tattoo than I am with a shot. You know why? Because a tattoo only goes so far in the many different layers. Because just like your skin, just like your spirit, and just like your personality should be, ogres have layers, nigga. Shrek. Real shit. So, the epidermis, your skin, nigga, it's got 6 or more or so layers to it. I'm not a doctor, don't quote me, but it's got at least 6 different layers to that shit. And a tattoo is gonna pierce through the 6 upper layers of the epidermis. A shot goes through everything. It's hitting veins, all kind of shit. So, I imagine your 4 to 6 different layers of your spiritual body could be coated like this. You can have a base Goku color. For me, as I study, what has been expressed, because we in an age of Aquarius, meaning we're in an age of air, meaning we're in an age of information, which means that you got access to whatever you want to know, and you can put it to you. The Bible say, "Ask and you shall receive." And I'm not twisting the shit no type of way. It literally means whatever you want to know, whatever you want to get, whatever you want to experience, if you speak it into existence, it will be. So you got to be careful, because how magic works is you got the polarity, right? And I goddamn fucking forgot, because I was drinking. I got to motherfucking make sure I don't do that shit no more. But where the goddamn aces at? Here they go right here. You got high magic, right? You got low magic. You got white magic, And then you got black magic. North, south, east, west. Because the system is the secret. And every system has to operate in accordance with 4, because 4 is the number of stability. That's why a chair has 4 legs. That's why a car has 4 wheels. This is why man is God, because Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. Goddamn Power Rangers Zord on them bitch nigga. But some niggas be on their Tommy Oliver shit, you know. So your aura could be fundamentally one color, and over time and through experience, it could develop into another color. I think that my theory is that whatever your favorite color is, like primarily, like how you started as a kid, whatever your favorite color was, that might primordially be your color, right? So I mean, I think as a matter of fact, my first favorite color was no color. I didn't have a favorite color. Then it became black. Then it became purple. Then it became, before it became purple, it was red, black, and white. And it became black and gold. Then it became purple. And then maybe black, gold, and purple. Right? And black is like a 9. It's like all the colors. And a 0 is like white. It's like no colors. You know what I'm saying? It could be in reverse, but everything here is flipped. You gotta get off of the polarity. You kind of gotta accept that and move past that. You gotta transcend polarity, right? And so, there's a lot of different messages, a lot of different gems up in here. But you know what the art of teaching speak about? Like, let's say you're teaching your kid, right? This is what they did do with us. See, with us, they told us, this is why we the worst generation. They told us, or they told us whatever, because they felt like a nigga couldn't understand what the fuck was really going on. But these new kids, they not like that. They'll snuff you out and they'll call you any shit. You know what I'm saying? They're gifted, golden, right? And so they come out with a different aura off bat. Like, we probably came with like the basic colors, right? Roy G. Biv, you know what I'm saying? So, you might have a tendency to red, you might have a tendency to yellow, you might have a tendency to green, you might have a tendency to blue, you might have a tendency to purple, you know what I'm saying? They all mean different things. Some people didn't have any color, but some people had colors that they couldn't describe, or some people had colors that, they silver, they gold, they metals, It's kind of like Saint Seiya with the Saints. How like, they had bronze saints, they had silver saints, they had gold saints, they had crystal saints, they had, they had all kind of shit. So too do we have our auras, right? But it could be different colors, and it could develop over time. If you're Hayoka, to me, I think you could be one of 3. You could have started off with one of 3. You either started off with a colorless aura, so a blank slate, and so you're gonna absorb everything, and you get tinted with it. So for me, I think I was colorless first, right? You could be lavender, that light purple, and you kind of on this dreamer thing. You could be indigo, and you're kind of on this intuition thing, but you're more so on that spiritual warrior. You like the spiritual gangster, right? So you had a dreamer, you had a gangster, and you had a blank slate, and all of them are mirrors, right? The indigo is gonna mirror he's gonna be more in that tower and more in that devil. You know what I'm saying? The lavender is gonna be more in the fool, more in the magician. You know what I'm saying? More in the emperor, right? Because it's very kingly. It's conqueror's hockey. Motherfuckers that do all kind of shit. Motherfuckers that try to get you out of your character, or I forgot who video I saw it in, but it's real. Motherfuckers either try to get you out your character, or they will try to elevate you. Oh, I know who it was. The nigga name was Sublime. He on some Christian shit, but he's spitting the gospel. He's spitting the spiritual. He's spitting the truth. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit. I made a track to this shit. Here's my shit. But No disrespect to him, man, but I'm just cognizant of people who are only coming from a particular type of perspective, or particular type of shades. I'm familiar with the Christian I'm familiar with a lot of different doctrines. You know what I'm saying? And if you are on that high yoga shit, if you're on that Pisces shit, if you're on that super empath shit, then you gotta accept the fact you've been doing it for a long time. The Indians called them Bodhisattvas, right? They were the spirits that dedicated themselves to the upliftment, enlightenment, and empowerment of the entire collective. So your people aren't just black, your people aren't just white, your people aren't just your demographic, your people that are like you, your people are everyone and everything. So then here, you start getting into developing the ability of judgment versus discernment. So when you judge, you act off your impressions. But when you discern, you see, you know what I'm saying, and you move accordingly. You don't just react. You get active. You think about it. It's like an RPG. You're not the action gamer. You're the tactician. So look. Think about it. Just ponder what your aura, what color your aura could be, right? You know what I'm saying? The different colors of your aura could dictate the type of empath, the type of super empath, the type of path of a high yoga you are, because we all have to be individual. So you may end up finding that you're a high yoga that has a primarily lavender, you know what I'm saying, essence or aura. Right, so you're coming at this dreamer approach, Neptune, Pisces, so that you know what I'm saying. I got a lot of that shit too, right? You know what I'm saying. But I also got the indigo and that warrior aspect, and that I'm gonna make waves type shit, nigga. I just bought me a goddamn stab, nigga. I look like a wizard in the goddamn hood. I don't get no fuck. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be true to me, and I'm gonna live my heart. And I got kids, goddamn it. And I don't hide nothing from her. I smoke my weed. I drink. I might curse, man, whatever, but that's a crystal baby. You feel me? She's a primordial soul that's much older than my own. I can't wait to learn from her. She's like Baby Yoda. That's how these new babies is coming. So some of us are indigo children. Some of us are crystal children. Some of us, you know what I'm saying, are different types of children, different types of colors, like the Power Rangers. Real shit, man. I knew that shit was gonna make a comeback. But hey, look, at the end of the day, check out that natural born leader, the natural born teachers. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'll make sure I get it right. Give them a proper shout out. Goddamn MBT Hunter. Okay. Check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you really like. I've learned that like at this point in the spiritual game, especially after you've unlearned all of the shit that anybody and everything that they're trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? You are going on a process of remembering, rediscovering, and imagining and recreating, co-creating your reality. You're an architect. This is why you understand divine architecture. This is why you're looking at numbers. This is why you're responding to colors. This is why you're moving in ways that don't operate across the logic side of things. At least not exclusively. You may fall on the spectrum differently. Like for me, I try to leave no stone unturned. That's what the Bible says. But I try to use everything. God is not wasteful, right? So neither am I. So indigenous people, when they used to kill shit, they would pray over it and they would use everything. They use the bones, they use the skin, they use everything. God's not wasteful. So I don't understand why people only think that the Bible is the only truth. It's not. You gotta understand that like Jesus as a prophet, as a high priest, even with his spiritual ability and everything that he had going on, his message was only gonna reach so many people. So many people. It was only gonna go so far. And you know, it's so much of his shit you don't know. He probably was traveling all across the land, nigga, on some Pokemon shit. But at the end of the day, G, he's not going to enlick or spark every heart, just like Pac said. But he'll spark the right ones, and they supposed to spark the right ones, and then they supposed to spark the right ones, and they supposed to spark the right ones, and then eventually the torch gets born to you. And then you gonna have to be in a position to give it to somebody else. So, I heard somebody say when your nose itching, you saying some real shit. I'm gonna steal that. I made this wine. I'm flexing now. I'm 30 minutes in. I usually don't make videos this long, but if you're still here, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, look into your aura. Because in one piece, that could be the color of your will. And in a world of information and misinformation, you're gonna have to rely on your intuition. You should use the word. You should use the Quran. You should use the shrooms. You should use whatever your heart desires. Everything ain't for everybody. But whatever calls to you, use that shit. Art called to me. Video games called to me. Tattoos called to me. Signs and sigils. I realized Pokemon and King Solomon or the lesser and greater keys of King Solomon is the same thing. If I'm honest with you, niggas been playing Pokemon with bitches their whole life. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole group of motherfuckers you call for different things. I don't give no fuck how you feel. I just want you to look at this shit a little bit differently. And that's the essence of a Hayoka. And whether I'm a Hayoka or not, when I say I am, I am. Nigga, watch David Lyon, that magician, he tell you, nigga, the algorithm of magic is attention plus action equals magic. Alright? So, for niggas that talk about motherfuckers praying to crystals or whatever, you don't know shit. Shut your bitch ass up. You could pray, you can set your attention out, and then you can act upon it. Alright? You know what I'm saying? And by sending that intention out there, that vibration out there, and then acting upon that to the best of your ability at whatever level you at, nigga, you don't know. You can manifest miracles. You could be limitless. Are you limited in what you believe and what you think and how you see? If you are, you don't know shit. You don't know the ledge. Shut the fuck up. So peace, love, and light, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like Queen Anya say, you don't know her, look her up on Instagram. I love you. I like you. I love you. I like you. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, your body's your altar. I'll tell you about this shit together, but I've already connected the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and then I'm gonna connect the child, nigga, and I'm gonna be one. And so what is on my subconscious and what is in my spirit and on my soul will be expressed on my flesh. And the words made flesh. Just like the goddamn Bible saying in Genesis, goddamn it. This is what it means to bring heaven and earth, and this is what it means to be an example. And to be an example is to express that in however way you see fit. You want to get the ink, get the ink. You want to smoke, smoke. That's some shaman shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some fallen shit. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you gotta walk in the twilight. Maybe you gotta walk in the darkness for a little while. I don't know, man. Like for me, you know what I'm saying? I was born in the faith. I ran away and I came back. And then when I came back, I brought everything with me. I put everything I got going on for the kingdom. So don't let nobody dissuade you. Do you. And don't be afraid to be. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to express. Because God is everyone and everything. And every image, every vision, every dream, every idea, everything that you ever wanted to see or you ever wanted to do, it's going to get expressed. Are you going to be the one to fulfill it and to do it? Or are you going to look at someone else? Does will decide or fate demand, shall I ask you? And so with that, man, I say adieu. Shalom.